Hey guys, today we're going to be counting down the top 5 must-have Switch games that you probably haven't played yet. So, before I get started, I just have a few disclaimers. Obviously, I haven't played every Switch game on the planet, so there's going to be some good games that most people haven't played that even I haven't played, so keep that in mind. And also keep in mind that this list is completely my opinion, so if there is a game that you like that most people haven't played, and it's not on this list, just make sure to leave it down in the comments so I can read it and other people can read it. But without further ado, let's get into the countdown. Number 5 is The Binding of Isaac. So The Binding of Isaac is a roguelike, randomly generated dungeon crawler shooter where you play as Isaac and he has to escape his mom by facing against monsters. So he finds treasures that give him awesome abilities, and its randomly generated dungeons are what make this game packed with hundreds of hours of content. And for the Afterbirth Plus version, which is the only Switch game you can get, you get some extra stuff like new bosses, new items, and more. Keep in mind this is a very difficult game though, and it all adds up to be a really fun action game, and one that not many people have picked up for the Switch. Number 4 is Snake Pass. So Snake Pass is a really unique game that makes you feel like you really are the snake that you're controlling, because of the unique controls and physics. So you play as a snake named Noodle with a friend named Doodle, and in every level you're required to collect 3 items that open up the gate to the next level to complete the level. But the fun part is the optional blue orbs and coins to collect in these obstacle course-like levels. They basically are just a huge obstacle courses for a snake, and it's a heavily physics-based game. So if you like games like Octodad, you'll probably like this. This can get really frustrating, but that's sort of the fun part. And if you like games like Octodad, like I said, or N64 style games, definitely pick this one up. Number 3 is Cave Story. So Cave Story is a port of a side-scroller game of the same name that was made back in 2004, and it still holds up to this day. In Cave Story, your character is a robot named Quote, who has to stop the evil doctor from using the, I'm going to butcher this name, Mimiga for evil. Quote will shoot and jump his way through amazingly designed levels, and Cave Story is a relatively short game, but with multiple endings and choices, there's some replayability. If you've never played Cave Story yet, this is the time to play it, because Switch is such a great console for these types of games. You'll even get a few bonuses in the box if you get the physical version, like keychains, a CD, and more. Number 2 is Puyo Puyo Tetris. If you like puzzle games, you will definitely like Puyo Puyo Tetris. It is a brilliant combination of 2 puzzle games, Puyo Puyo and Tetris, obviously. If you have a few friends, couch co-op is the best way to play this game in my opinion, since you can face off against your friends and choose either Puyo Puyo or Tetris, and any player can choose whatever one they want. My favorite mode is the swap mode, where every certain amount of seconds it switches between Puyo Puyo and Tetris, but there are many other different game modes too, including a story mode. The story is kind of cliche, but it is still entertaining enough to sit through, and if it's really that boring to you, you can just skip the cutscenes. If you're into puzzlers, I highly recommend picking up this game on the Switch. And if you want to try the game but aren't sure if you'll like it, there's a demo. So make sure to download that. And number 1 is a game that you probably never even heard of, which is really a shame since of how good a game it is. And that is Minecraft. And that is Boas. Boas is a touch-based Japanese rhythm game with over 100 catchy songs to tap, hold, and slide through. The gameplay is simplistic but very satisfying, and the music makes it all feel fluid. Don't worry if you're new to rhythm games, because you can choose your difficulty for either easy, hard, or special, special being the hardest. There's a story mode in this game that is called the Diary, and it's basically just paragraphs telling the story. But if you're not that good at this game, it's really hard to progress in the story if you're not that good at this game like me and only play easy and hard difficulty, because there's a lot of times where you need to beat a certain amount of levels in special mode, which is really hard. But eventually if you practice enough, you'll get it. You can only play Boas in handheld mode since it requires the touchscreen, but it doesn't really hurt the game that much. It's originally a mobile game, which is kind of surprising, but this version has all the songs and no ads, all for one price tag. And it's packed full of content. Like I said, there's over 100 songs. So please consider trying this game out. Even if you're new to rhythm games, try downloading the demo. I hope you guys enjoyed, and remember to leave your favorite Switch games in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.